We're in the finals. This is round 1, TARS versus KELIANBAO.
And a really important pre-ban right here. Let's see what it is. Veronica is going to get pre-banned by TARS, and the Chiwu is going to get pre-banned by KELIANBAO. That's interesting.
Yeah, the Chiwu of all things. I think he just wants to deny easy access to speed leads. Oh, TARS already signaling that he's going to be looking for a window of opportunity to lock down the comp and apply some slows to take control. This might skew a little tankier. Maybe could even get an HP lead in there or something like that. So I'm wondering if he's going for the route where he just weathers the storm.
I feel like KELIANBAO might be going down a control side of things, and I think that's what gets confirmed there with a Tian Lang.
Interesting. This is going to be an interesting pair up here with the pick ban phases. So now seeing this shift, TARS is playing around with the idea of bringing at least 133% speed lead, which is actually something that I think you called out just before we went to break there, Stoic. You were saying that you'd like to see, or maybe it was while we were on break, you'd like to see TARS double down even on 33s.
Yep, and I love that. So he's got a 33 in his wheelhouse right now. He does need an additional speed lead here. I like the Connell pick here, but there's the Maximilian and the Nicki. These are two very closely tuned units. Volantis, I think, is pretty solid. I do like the Volantis coming out of TARS, but keep in mind, like, that's still a lot of damage that he is going to have to get hit with.
Oh, yeah. And I was just about to say that this could be another Dark Robo opportunity for KELIANBAO, but then the Volantis showed up. And actually, Volantis could kind of throw a rock or a wrench or whatever hard object you're interested in throwing into the machine in KELIANBAO's strategy, because he could stun up the Dark Robo or the Maximilian for that matter.
But there's a beautiful read here from TARS, and I think the Juno says, I don't want to see that Dark Robo, or go ahead and draft that Dark Robo, because I do think he's prepared for it. So I'm a fan. I like TARS's draft. He only has one speed lead, and a Giana that I didn't realize that KELIANBAO had is being slammed down on the field. Dare I say, slammed down on the field.
Shlamdow. Yeah, he's not biting. He sees the temptation to take the Dark Robo, and he's not going to do it because the punishment potential was just way too high between the Volantis and the Juno that is probably on Despair Revenge. Obviously, banning out the Giana as well is a really safe call for TARS.
Yep, I agree. I think the Giana was a must ban here, but we've got a well-oiled team here coming out of KELIANBAO. Let's see if he has what it takes there. Potentially cleave up TARS, but TARS with the very fast light Monk King isn't going to be doing much with immunity on the other side of the field.
I would almost go so far as to say too fast, considering that the strip option falls right behind it. But, he's got enough control behind following after that he might be able to make use of it. The res, here we go, the whole team that we've seen KELIANBAO use the whole tournament. It's going off right here, but can Nicki close it out with all this tankiness on the other side? Look at that damage, Stoic.
That's it, man. That's the show, dude. Maximilian proving to be such a crazy unit.
God, if only
that
someone
needs to
could
be
find,
the pre-ban.
If only someone could find what the enabler is for this team. I'm telling you, if only we could.
What could it be, Evan? We'll never know. We went through a legend tournament last time, and we still couldn't figure out that I don't know what the pre-ban could be. Is it the max? I don't know if it's the Maximilian. Is it? I can't tell if it's the Maximilian that needs to be pre-banned. Or hold on, get this. Maybe, Evan. Maybe if we ban the Maximilian, we might see something new. Maybe, possibly, we'll find out.
Stoic, you sound crazy right now, dude. I don't know what you're going on about. Dude, that sounds ridiculous, man. It's only been 2 seasons. KELIANBAO using that. Oh my God! Wow, what a game! That was great. I mean, to be honest, we're laughing a lot about this. It is pretty funny, but TARS was right there at the start. it was just the Juno was off tune. It might have been a slightly different game if we had seen Juno take turn 1, get that skill 2 off, right? Because both Juno and the Light Monkey King did end up moving. If Juno moved first, stripped the enemy team, and then Kitty and Dasheng was right there ready to do the skill 3. It's over for KELIANBAO. It was just a matter of speed tuning at the beginning.
Yep, and now I do think this kind of helps Taz here. So now that Taz understands, he knows the speed of his own Juno. You know what I mean? So he goes into this knowing, like, my Juno outsped everything of KELIANBAO's team here. Keep in mind, that's a Despair Juno outspeeding everything on KELIANBAO's team. So what does he need to bring to the bring to the table here to outspeed all of KELIANBAO's team here? That's an interesting take.
Wait.
We have a Maximilian band. We have a Maximilian pre-ban here. All right, this is great. It happened.
He did it. This is incredible. This is honestly unforeseen. This is unprecedented right here. Still doubling down. KELIANBAO is like, I'm still gonna cleave you. This is wild, Stoic. I think he's got something else in the tank that he might bust out here.
Well, so there's the Chiwu. The Chiwu got pre-banned last time, and I do think he should probably put this in here because I bet the Chiwu will strip in front of the Light Monkey King where the Juno did not. Veronica as the first pick here. I think Veronica's a fantastic unit that KELIANBAO is rocking in right here. I think he can go the control route, and he doesn't have to go the cleave route. I mean, he's missing the Maximilian, which is like the core foundation of the cleave.
But I think, man, that Veronica just is so signaling, I'd like to cleave you. Actually, these are two units that could... I like those picks because those are two units that could go either direction. Yeonhong could contribute damage. She's also an enabler. More sets up for whatever the last two picks are. So he could kind of pivot into slightly more bruise if he wants to, or he could easily continue in cleave.
Yeah, I really do like that Yeonhong here. We do, I think, need a second speed lead coming out of KELIANBAO. If he's going to bring the Yeonhong, he's definitely bringing a second speed lead here. He doesn't want to get, his only speed lead banned out here and then ruining the whole purpose of drafting the Yeonhong in the first place. And there's that speed lead in the form of Pontos. This man's got so many LD Nat 5s, might I add.
He does.
We've seen a cleave version, we've seen some bruisers, and now we're seeing some control play coming out of him in all like LD Nat 5. Just wrap it up, man. There's so many LD Nat 5s.
I gotta say, Juno. Nice last pick. I like the Pontos here, actually. If I remember correctly, KELIANBAO actually presented this Pontos last season.
Wait a second. KELIANBAO just bans out the Chiwu now. He bans out the Chiwu. The Juno... Oh, no, he bans out the Juno. That's interesting. Okay. All right. I don't know if you saw what I was seeing, but like we understood the speed of the Juno, knowing that if everything's willed up, Light Monkey King's not going to do anything because we have a not tuned Juno.
Right.
Or a too fast Juno.
That's a really good point because we already know how that interaction lines up. Oh, but the reset,
it looks like
the
it didn't
clutch
matter
little
in the
reset. Clutch reset from Veronica, the first one we've seen in a while in this entire set. And now the entire team for TARS is on cooldown.
Oof, nice little defense break there on top of the Veronica. Third skill coming out here. See the damage. Everybody is looking rather low once again with the additional turn cleanse. Pretty nice.
Such impressive damage, even without a defense break on the enemy team.
I know, man. That's so crazy. I was going to say, I think he has to go with Holy Ground, protect his team there. Get the invincibility up there, move that defense. He's going to get everything. Got the additional turn with the Nicki, gets the additional turn with the Poseidon here. More damage is coming out here. Unit's going to be dropping in a second.
This madman is cleaving. This is a secret cleave.
Dude, it's a different version of the cleave here. I mean, when you're bringing a Nicki and you're getting 3-turn attack buff, everything becomes a damage dealer now, because it's able to do so much damage having attack buff across the board. And of course, like, Nicki sets the tone with how much additional damage she lays down on the field as well. I mean, there's KELIANBAO. He's got the 2-0. We're looking at match point, man.
He can cook. KELIANBAO, really, like, you let this guy go, he can go. He finds a way to cleave in the weirdest ways. It's great. I love watching him work.
Wild. I still feel like we probably should have seen the ban on the Chiwu. and then he would have just ran into a match number 1 again.
Yes, I know what you mean.
And then could have just made his life so much easier. But I guess it's fine. I mean, clearly it worked out for KELIANBAO that he didn't have to. Didn't matter what he had to ban there because it was still fine in the end.
Yeah, he's found a way to make this cleave very effective against a lot of different people's comps, and I totally saw what you meant there because we already saw the Juno out in the field with Tian. You know, we know that one outspeeds the other, and it's the wrong one. So
Yep.
he could have banned the Chiwu to kind of get rid of some of that variance. But ultimately, that game worked out in KELIANBAO's favor. So I'm excited to see if he's going to keep cleaving through this third round. Based on what he's been presenting, I don't think anything can stop this guy from cleaving.
Well, he's got the Maximilian here. So going into this round, 33 speed lead with a turn 1 control unit. Like, can we see a second?
Nicki? Pre-ban Nicki, maybe? This is where it gets a little
Nicki's
tough.
not bad, you know. But
I could see Veronica or Nicki.
I could see Veronica or Nicki as well. I think maybe Nicki, just to avoid that exact same comp, because we've got 2 different of cleaves right now, where he comes in and brings actual damage cleaves out, and then he comes in and brings control, and then Nicki turns your control into like a damage control cleave.
Totally. Guys, this is potentially the final game of the night. We have KELIANBAO sitting at the advantage here at match point. TARS needs to figure it out here and now to stop KELIANBAO from winning 2 seasons in a row with the same comp.
With the same comp. Let's see what happens here. Pre-ban's getting locked in. It's the Veronica and the Tian. I mean, Veronica's totally justified. We know how good this unit is. I think it's fine, man. Veronica, Tian. Oh, I'm sorry. It was KELIANBAO banning out the Tian. Okay,
oh,
yes.
It is. You know what's so funny, Stark? It's so late, even, you know, it's later for you, but it's so late even for me that, you know, I misread that as well. Because I had it in my head of one way or the other.
So, I think the Berghill's fine. Yeah, Light Ivor, Berghill being drafted by Taz here. It's fine. It's a very, very fast unit here. It's able to interrupt.
Whoa.
We're seeing, okay, you know what? I like it. KELIANBAO changing things up here. We got a Ragdoll first pick, which I will never, ever agree with. But hey, it's coming to the table now. We've got a Shizuka being slammed down here. Mo Long, what was it? Mo Long Chung Pang, and bringing it back here. So we got a Mo Long Wusa. Interesting.
2018 called. Wow, this is hilarious. This is what I'm talking about. No one can make KELIANBAO change from cleave. KELIANBAO makes himself change. And then when he could have still cleaved this, he just decided that he was like, yeah, you know what? Let's mix it up. Maybe he was afraid of the base speed. Maybe that's what he was afraid of. I'm not sure though.
Potentially. Now this is so this is like an old strat with the Shizuka change with the second skill. Shizuka doesn't synergize that well with that Kraka anymore, but he's bringing it anyways. We've got Shizuka Kraka coming in. He's gonna, you know, combo those fellas off each other. I have no clue what these last units from Taz could be here though. Like we're so all over the place right now. It's a Giana.
Oh, and the cigar is brilliant. I was just about to say something. Okay, yeah, Chung Punk's cool too, I guess. I was just about to say something along the lines of like we're putting bombs in the pool for Shizuka at this point. Whoa, Stoic, this is looking weirdly like the comp you're using.
So now technically it does work with the Kraka, but Seimei is going to be getting the ban out here. Chung Pong's going to get the ban as well. It's so weird to see like the playstyle in those first 2 matches, and then to see both players agreeing that no, we don't want turn 1. We're both going to go Bruiser. How did we get to this point?
I don't know how we got here. It seemed like the players just felt the vibe. The vibe was off, so they're changing it up.
Oh yeah,
got a great stun on Kinky right off the bat. That's exactly what you want when you're looking down to the Kinky, and yeah, that was really, really well chosen by TARS. Or really well done by TARS.
Most definitely. I think we have to go with the skill 3 here because that bomb being placed on the. Okay, we're gonna go for soul protection onto the Kraka because now that immunity's coming out here, we could have used a little bit of damage out there.
Yeah, he could kill Kinky right here, or if he wanted to, he could even. Oh, he wants to strip. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that she strips too. She does everything.
She does everything. She really does. Strip, stuns, defense breaks. It's like it's everything that you want in an ATA match. We're not using skill 3 here. I mean, he could if he wants to protect himself from the bomb, I guess, but that's like some weird value that you're not really looking for. But all right, he is going to go for it. He does get the additional turn, which is really, really nice for that.
Yeah, I guess if you... Yeah, it's kind of a last-ditch effort here. Just throwing it out. Like you said, to protect against the bomb, get a little bit more temporary HP, and the soul protect doesn't hurt too, though it might get stripped by the light Ivor or the Molong skill 2. There you go.
Oh, it's down it goes. Stripped, man. That's crazy. I want that unit so bad, Evan. So bad.
I know. Me too. She would just be perfect for any comp, man. Like I would love to have this unit. It makes me want to play with Omduai, even though I know it won't be the same.
No, it's not the same. I tried playing with the Omduai myself. It's definitely not the same. We've got second skill available to bring back the Kraka. Kraka does have skills up here, so we can get a revive here, which is pretty nice because Mo Long's really, really low right now.
I'm a big fan of that little combo with Shizuka. Oh, man, as if TARS needed any more dominance. Gets the 2-turn sleep on the Shizuka.
On a probably max resistance Shizuka. It's quite a sight, to be honest.
It is. You know, credit where it's due. TARS seems to have figured out something. Cracked the code, got a point on the board, although granted, it did require KELIANBAO to shift strategies in order to get the win.
A big shift in strategies. And it was a strategy that I do feel like didn't need to happen, especially the way like the ban went. So it's like your bans go out and it's like, oh, you could still cleave and, you know, control cleave or something like that, and then we get like a really strange first pick a ragdoll, which I would not recommend.
Yeah, I'd like to know what prompted that. Could it have... It's either of two things in my head, though I'm open to other suggestions. I'm seeing it as either, one, that light Ivor has an extremely fast base speed. I'm unsure if I could take turn 1, you know, I might get stunned, what have you. Or I'm so far ahead, I might as well try something else. I'm reading it as one of those two, you know, one of those two situations. I don't know if you read it differently, Stuck.
I don't even know what to think about that draft there. Honestly, I feel like I'd like to just forget about that draft, to be real. But hey,
can we just go back to the cleaves this time?
I know. Let's go back to the cleave, man. It's way more exciting, and I think that would have cleaned it up, man. If we saw just another cleave coming out of KELIANBAO, we saw the 3-0 100%.
KELIANBAO does bring the hype. I'll tell you that. I get really excited watching him play, and it's always cool to see what he brings to the table. I mean, it's just stylish at this level of play to see a cleave.
Yep, it is. Let's see what happens, guys. We're getting into round number 4 here. Yeah, round number 4.
Round number 4.
We'll see what happens in the pre-bans here. Pre-bans from last time, Tian and Veronica. Those 2 units are now going to be available. I'm expecting to see a Maximilian pre-ban coming out of TAS. You don't want to have to deal with that unit again.
Great
and
call,
it is,
Stoic.
and that light Ivor is going to get pre-banned here. So big fan. I like where we are. Let's see what happens.
And as a reminder, KELIANBAO equally at match point as he was last round.
Is that Veronica that was pre-banned?
He's cleaving.
First pick mid here.
Yeah,
you see a Veronica come in there, he's cleaving, yeah.
Mm-hmm. No matter what. It might not even look like a cleave, but let me tell you, it's going to be a cleave.
So let's keep in mind, Taz opting to go with the more, not the Chiwu this time. He was looking at that before. And so now that we're getting a more...
Dude, just as long as it's not a ragdoll. As long as it's not ragdoll, I'm happy. Ragdoll's
well, so ragdoll's not terrible going into like a more, but that's just not the play style of KELIANBAO. KELIANBAO's been like demanding these turn 1s and, you know, demanding damage that he's been laying across the field here.
And
I like a 33 getting dropped in there.
The more could still disrupt too with the stun. If we're plotting against the more, I'd prefer something like a Hagang, which I haven't seen presented yet, but. I'm unsure if he has it runed up. I'm sure he has one, but... Oh, okay.
Oh my god, maybe. That's the first time we've seen a Volantis coming out of KELIANBAO, how? How does he
Stoic, he's scaring me.
Yeah, no, he's scaring me with the amount of LD Nat 5s he's flat. Why? Okay,
he does have a lot.
This is crazy.
He does have a lot of
most
LDs.
people with the Volantis, they draft the Volantis, they take the Juno with them as well, just so they don't have to get Juno'd on the other side of the field. I don't think that's the case that KELIANBAO needs to go down. So there's the Juno, obviously getting slammed down, signaling that you're letting the Volantis through. Now, question is do you have to ban out the Juno? Knowing
that's what I was just about to ask you.
How is your team looking?
That's what I was just about to ask you. Do you have to ban the Juno here? It feels kind of like you do, especially because like one of your win cons is damage and debuffs from the Volantis. Yeah, so those two have to ban each other out. So that makes sense to me. KELIANBAO has won with a similar comp in this very same set with the Pontos earlier today too. So we'll have to see how he can surprise us. Again, letting the Tian Lang through is a little bit bold. So let's see if he can do something about that. Choosing not to gain the attack bar, very good call, because it would have boosted the Tian Lang ahead of him.
Yep, that's right. Going for an attack break, and I don't know if that's a Despair more or not. I'm guessing it's Swift. That's why he went for the attack break on the Yanhong instead of potentially going for a Despair Stun on top of that Oliver here. But we've got Changpeng looking for an attack bar reduction on top of that Oliver. Maybe a stun going out to really keep that Oliver back here. I feel like that might be the one unit that you kind of want to control right now. We should be going for an AoE silence.
Yes, and he knows, and he did it. That was a good call, Stoic. Also put TARS in a really difficult situation because since Pontos had immunity up, he could still use skill 3, which meant Kitian Dashang was unable to lock people down because it would have just added value to KELIANBAO's third skill from the Pontos.
Yes. Now this Yanhong actually does a lot of damage. It was attack broken. It did a good amount of damage on top of this this Moore. So Moore looking really, really low right now. His passive's down. Taking advantage of the defense break sitting on top of this Yanhong. Yanhong's still alive right now. Not able to get that holy ground to protect the Yanhong.
Going down. That's the give and take with going for the silence. Silence was definitely the right call, but you know, you give up something with it, and it might be the Yanhong in this case.
Yeah, I think he has to keep hitting that. Yes, I was going to say, keep hitting that more. The passive's down right now because he is going to be able to eliminate this unit here.
If he can just take it out, he needs to end this quick. That's the problem with this comp, Stoic, is he just doesn't have the kill potential immediately. In fact, if anything, it was the Yanhong.
Yeah, Yanhong kind of was like a lot of that damage here, but sometimes you don't need the damage when you have units like Oliver. Oliver in a field that doesn't have there's no protection for Taz right now, so he has to take this Oliver no matter what. And it looks like he's going to try and focus out this Changpeng first, even though he hasn't finished off that more just yet. I think this is a multi-hit, so he'll be
waiting for the multi-hit. Exactly. Yeah, he needed to wait for either Ray Spears or the skill 1 from the Veronica to take it out. That was a good observation, Stoic. Yeah, now he's just got to make sure that Changpeng doesn't get his skills back online, and unfortunately, he does have them right now.
Yep, there is the Pontos with the silence. This is really big. He needs to land on everybody. Does get resisted on top of that Light Monkey. Beautiful additional turn. Able to cleanse. Throw up that invincibility. So nice here. Big reset. This is exactly what he needs. He gets to keep back that Light Monkey King. And I mean, that wraps it up right there. That's a lot of dots there because you're going to watch that Changpeng drop. It's nothing but a lonely Light Monkey King facing a bunch of invincibility. KELIANBAO getting his second in a row Legend Tournament victory.
For both 26 and 27, KELIANBAO has now entered the Hall of Fame again. He is our champion of the RTA Season 27 Legend Tournament.